There are 15 things that dogs hate that humans do, and you're probably making some of these mistakes without even realizing it. First one, interrupting their sleep all the time. Dogs sleep much more than humans, and these moments of rest are essential for their health and well-being. Often, without realizing it, people wake up their dogs to play, pick them up, or just because they want to interact. Just like we get annoyed when someone wakes us up for no reason, dogs can also feel disturbed. If your pet is sleeping peacefully, respect that moment and let them recharge their energy. Second, not maintaining a routine. Your dog might enjoy a spontaneous adventure, but the truth is that most dogs feel safer when they have a predictable routine. They like knowing when they will go for a walk, when they can go outside to relieve themselves, and, of course, when their next meal will be. If you've ever had chaotic days where you forgot to eat lunch or stayed up too late, you know how bad it feels when your routine is disrupted. For your dog, this can be even more stressful. Keeping a relatively fixed schedule helps reduce anxiety and improves their behavior throughout the day. Third one, forcing your dog to interact with people and other animals. One of the most common mistakes is forcing your dog to socialize when they don't want to. This often happens when you're out for a walk and meet another dog or person. You have the cutest dog in the world, so it's natural to want them to make friends. But the truth is, not every dog enjoys forced interactions. It's like when you were a kid, and your parents made you say hello to relatives you didn't even know. Remember how awkward that felt? Your dog feels the same way. Now that you know this, start observing their body language. If they lower their body, avoid eye contact. Tuck their tail between their legs or pant. Excessively, it might be best to give them some space. Number 4. Using strong-smelling products. Indoors. Have you ever smelled something so strong that it made you uncomfortable? Now imagine that your sense of smell is 10 to 100 times stronger than a human's. That's how your dog experiences scents around them. Perfumes, scented candles, cleaning products, or even the incense you like can be unbearable for them. The strong smell can irritate their respiratory system, cause discomfort, and even make them avoid certain areas of the house. If you notice your dog sneezing more than usual, rubbing their nose, or moving away when you introduce a new scent, it might be time to opt for milder products. Number 5. Expecting them to know how to behave on their own. I know every pet owner wants their dog to be well-behaved, obedient, and able to handle any situation, but the reality is that dogs aren't born knowing what we expect from them. The other day, I visited a friend who has a very energetic Labrador. As soon as I walked in, the dog jumped all over me with excitement. My friend got mad and tried to scold him, but when I asked how much time he spent training the dog, he said, "Almost none." And that's the problem. You can't expect your dog to know how to behave if you've never taught them the right way. If you're frustrated with something your dog does, ask yourself, did I actually teach them what they should be doing? Number 6. Neglecting paw hygiene. Have you noticed how often dogs lick their paws? That's because they are extremely sensitive and pick up dirt, dust, and even toxic substances from the ground. Many people forget that it's important to clean their dog's paws after a walk, especially if they've been in areas with chemicals, like sidewalks cleaned with disinfectant or streets with oil residues. Besides preventing allergies and irritation, keeping their paws clean reduces the risk of infections and protects your pet's overall health. Number 7. Not providing enough mental stimulation. Dogs don't just need physical exercise and playtime, they also need to use their brains. Without mental stimulation, they can get bored and develop destructive behaviors, such as chewing on furniture or barking excessively. A great way to exercise your dog's mind is by providing interactive toys, teaching new commands, or even hiding treats around the house for them to hunt. Dogs love challenges, and even simple activities can make them happier and more balanced throughout the day. Number 8. Punishing your dog. Yelling or punishing your dog might seem like a quick fix to correct bad behavior, but in the long run, it can damage their trust and your relationship. If your dog does something wrong, the best approach is to redirect their behavior towards something positive. For example, if they are chewing on your shoe instead of yelling, offer them an appropriate toy to chew on. That way, they learn what's allowed without fear or anxiety.
I'm Lewis, the dog behind this channel. If this video flops, I'll just blame my human. Let me know if you like this video by subscribing to my channel.
Number 9. Talking too much. Without using body language, dogs don't understand words the way we do, but they are experts at interpreting facial expressions and body language. If you spend too much time talking to your dog without reinforcing commands with clear gestures, they might get confused and frustrated. If you want your dog to truly understand you, combine words with visual cues. For example, when saying sit, use a hand signal pointing downward. This will make communication more effective and less stressful for them. Number 10. Fighting in front of your dogs. Pick up on human emotions better than we think. When there's an argument or fight at home, they sense the stress in the environment and can become very anxious. If you've ever seen your dog hide, shrink down, or try to intervene when someone is arguing, it's because they feel uncomfortable with the situation. Of course, it's not always possible to avoid conflicts, but if you can, try to keep calm or resolve disagreements away from your dog. Number 11. Not understanding. That every dog is unique. Even if you've had a dog before, every animal has its own personality, energy level, and needs. Comparing your new pet to a past one can lead to unnecessary frustration. Instead of expecting them to behave like a previous dog you owned, focus on getting to know their unique personality and understanding what works best for them. Number 12. Rushing through walks. Dogs love exploring the world through their sense of smell. If you always rush through walks, pulling on the leash, or not giving them time to sniff their surroundings, you might be frustrating your dog. Try to set aside time for a more relaxed walk, allowing them to explore and enjoy the experience without being hurried. Number 13. Petting them in areas they don't like. Not every dog enjoys being petted on the head or in certain parts of their body. Some prefer being scratched on the chest or back. If your dog pulls away, turns their head, or licks their lips when you pet them, it's a sign that they're not comfortable. Respecting their preferences will help strengthen trust between you. Number 14. Not respecting your dog's fears. Just like humans, dogs have fears and phobias that should be respected. Some dogs are afraid of thunder, vacuum cleaners, or even certain types of flooring. If your dog shows signs of fear like cowering, trembling, or trying to hide, the best thing to do is avoid forcing them to face their fear abruptly. Instead, use positive reinforcement and patience to help them overcome their insecurities gradually. Number 15. Leaving your dog alone for too long. Dogs are social animals and need daily interaction to feel safe and happy. Leaving them alone for long periods can cause stress, anxiety, and even destructive behaviors. If you need to be away for many hours, try leaving interactive toys, hiring a pet sitter, or even considering a second dog as a companion. Your dog will thank you for not feeling so lonely.